Hi guys, welcome back to Malvern Junction. How is everyone doing? Um, my last video that I filmed, I said I was in extreme agonising pain with my sciatica, and when you breathe deep, or you have hiccup, or you inhale like a deep breath, like that kind of thing, to get a breath. It did hurt at the back of my ribs, at the front and the side. It's like where the bottom of the ribs are, basically. I've been to my doctor's on Thursday. She's gone. She's gonna re-angle this camera. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Um, I've got some medication that I've already got, so I've got these for a whole week now. It's 2 tablets a day. Apparently, just looking at here, advised for pain slash model spasm. Now, it's usually if it's a slip disc in the back, which luckily I haven't got a slip disc. It's just the way how I've been bending over things to pick heavy things up. But I do try my best not to pick up heavy stuff. I said to the doctor, if there's like a light box, if it's got anything light in it, in the bottom of the shelf or in the cupboard, yeah. If that's a little bit, yeah, I do that to try and put any more strain on my back. Same as putting anything on the top of the shelf instead of above my head. It's either really light stuff or an empty box, top shelf, anything's got a bit of weight, shoulder height, top shelf. I said I'll try and use like not the very top shelf, but the one under it, and like medium height shelves. If there's a small shelf that's not exactly at the bottom, but it's just like the one shelf up from the bottom shelf, I will use that, but not for heavy stuff. But at the moment now, the pain is still going down. It's fading. I'm still sleeping in this armchair. I slept today, having a nap in my bed. I tried risking it. I had cramps in both of my left and then to my right uh, calves. I had cramp. I really had cramp, bad cramp. I did, and that frightened me a little bit. But at least I've had a bit of sleep, which I said to the doctors, I'm not getting any comfort in sleep at all. I said, I want to lie down in my bed and get some good sleep. I said, I'm losing sleep on the armchair. I said, the only best position I can get is just sitting on an armchair and sleeping on it. I said, that's the only good comfort I'm going to get. If I put any pressure on the back of my back, which did hurt my ribs when I was breathing in. Same as my sciatica. Now it's like on the buttock of the cheek where the hip of the bone is. I've still got that on my left hand side at the moment. Um, I just want somebody to really stretch my leg out and twist it in order just to get all the joints to crack and just to ease the pain. That's how I feel like it. You know, when I wake up in the morning, like you're stretching yourself and you hear all these like joints clicking, like what a relief. That's how I feel it's like with my left leg. But the pain is going down at the moment, but it's still there. It's just I have a good days and bad days. uh, that I just took a deep hail. There was just a slight pain in my back there, but not so much. So I'm glad that's going down a bit. But yeah, I've been out Saturday, a bit of shopping spree. I told somebody that I was doing the Royal Train. Not long. When was it now? 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I went to Chester. I went to Chester Model Centre, and I bought a brand new Hornby Railroad Class 67 in the Royal Train colours for the Royal Train. Now on Saturday, sorry guys, because I've been lacking that much sleep from the pain, you can really tell that I'm losing sleep over it. So you'll have to excuse me on that one. I told them about the Royal Train, and they said, I've had an email from a supplier. I think it was the Gauge Master. And it's this. Now there's the Queen, Prince Charles, Princess Diana, I think, no, not Diana, was it Princess Anne? I think it's Princess Anne. And there's somebody else as well. So if you need the number for Prisa, code number is 13407. So if you have a look at that, I'll be able to tell you the contents in there. But you can obviously see there in the green, that's the Queen there. And I said, well, yeah, go on in. I said I've got some like stewards for the Midland Pullman. I said I need some more stewards for the Midland Pullman for the platforms. So if I was doing like a running session, I'll put these on. But I am thinking about getting the Queen's saloon. But I want a couple of black Range Rovers. I can get the limousine separate, but the black Range Rovers, I can't get them separate, so I've got to try and find them somewhere in the train shows. So they'll be right in the car park. I'm not going to have any police motorbikes or police cars or police officers. Sorry about that. I really, really am just losing sleep because I'm talking a bit too fast as well, which I need to try and slow down, and it is making me yawn. So days are going to be on the road. With my health, I wish that my health was either just being insecure, just like that, or just end my life, just like that. Besides me suffering, I'm basically suffering at the moment, and yet it's already 10 past midnight on the Sunday, so today's Monday really. So I don't know. I also purchased this. I wanted a small Royal Mail fan, a really small Ford Transit one. But we'll try and find that eventually, but they've been discontinued. So that's what I found so far. It's the latest one. It's a Mercedes Sprint. That'd be ideal just for like transporting parcels from say like from the one sorting office, and it's going to like other post offices in the area that I'm basically modelling, which is Malvern Link. But I actually know there's Malvern Junction, so I've got one of those. But I do want to make, if I can, with a floating shelf. I know I can get a floating shelf from. I want to make a dual carriage tray, and on a dual carriage tray above it, I want to put a couple of train tracks on. So I don't know how it's going to be actually done properly, but I'm going to try and make like a diorama and just put like buses, coaches, lorries, and vans and cars like this on a dual carriage tray. Just create something different. I'm trying to get modern cars like a Vauxhall Corsa. I have noticed that there is like SUVs like Nissan, Jaguar, that are like SUVs basically. I want normal cars, so it's like Ford Escorts from the 1995s. A Rover, my uncle used to work for Rover, and he still gets a pension from there now. He had an actual car brought on a cheap from Rover itself. He brought a Rover 400 in red. I want to get one of those cars if I can, and I want to contact Oxford to make one. I'll show them the pictures and say, please make one into this car because my uncle used to work for Rover, and that's the car he had. That was his first brand new car he ever had. But I also do want a Fiat Stilo estate because when my uncle had a stroke, he owned that car, a Fiat Stilo estate, and that's when he gave it to me. So and that was in a green colour, like a bluey green colour, very green colour, sort of like this kind of tone green, but maybe a bit darker. So I want one of those. I do. So if I can get both of them, I can have the representation of my uncle's car and a car that he gave to me that I'll be driving. I also purchased this National Grid. I was going to get a British Gas fan, but I'm no longer with British Gas for electricity. I'm with Octopus Energy. So I thought, well, forget British Gas, I'll get National Grid. Which I do see these around my area quite a few times. I mean, we had a section that's been blown out with no electricity at all, and a couple of these fans just around. So I thought, why not? Now this couldn't get the cab because it's out of stock, but we'll have a look for it or another cab. But this is a refrigerator or reefer trailer. Looking at the bubble wrap. Because it's from Oxford Diecast, I didn't think they was going to put it in a bubble wrap in a cardboard box. I thought it was a bit weird, really. But it's still packed at the end of the day. And here's the reefer. So it's very plain, but I did want to have it repainted myself. I like the roof. It's already painted grey, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't know about the lights. I have to sort out the lights. But this is just something I wanted to do as a project. Same as the cab for it. But it's still got the Oxford name underneath there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that properly anyway, but there is Oxford on there. So this is just like a very basic undecorated model, really. And I noticed that Daypal was doing undecorated box cars that you can paint yourself, same as the cattle wagons. I think that should come out, really. But I will mention something like that just in a moment, a bit later. So I'm going to put this back in here. That's going to have a bit of box rub occasionally here and there, but it's all painted white anyway, so don't worry about that. I might use that to that bubble up. But as you can see at the moment, I'll just bring you guys around so you can have a quick look. I have done a bit of a tidying up here, only a little bit, not much. And over there, that's where I put some of the stuff over there. That box there, this here, is all of the rolling stock freight. I need to sort out what kind of boxes I'm going to put them in. I don't know whether to get it's like individual trays that you can put into boxes. I'm going to have to think about that sort of thing and see how it all goes. So there is a Hobbycraft that is open not far from where I live. It's a nice walk to get there. I could get a bus to go to near Solihull. There's one in Solihull as well. And have a look around there, see what I can get. But as I say, we'll see what we can do anyway. It's just something that I want to get. Now, with lorries like this, I'm going to think about buying boxes for these. But I will find something eventually. Now, I spotted this, which is BP. BP was a great company to have gas for your car. I did wanted to make a British version of a gas station, but because I've seen the size of them on some of them, I'm not so sure about make them out of card or plastic. I've got to have a bit of research on that. But if I can make one, I'll do like a diorama of it. But it might go nice on a layout. How I'm going to fit it on the layout on mine, I don't know, because I wasn't planning to fit a gas station on a layout at all. I am going to put a road, like a residential road, on the layout. But it is going to have two roads that is in both directions, but the side path, or well, the path or the sidewalk will be on the layout with some houses, and I might put one or two drives on. I don't know yet. Depends on the amount of space I've got. I have got some trees. I've got a few trees, but I'm thinking about getting some more trees as well to put behind the houses. So they are going to have small gardens, but big enough gardens, but not quite so big because I don't want them too close to the railway line. But if I can't fit a road in front of the houses will be having a very small front garden, and I mean very small. You're talking about no more than 4 feet out. Some houses, the front door's literally doorstep sidewalk. Some houses got like a 4 foot garden that is either high up or low, depending on how the houses are built. And then the gates on the sidewalk. And there you go. But we'll see how we get on with that. But I do want some more road vehicles because I do want to create a motorway somewhere in one area on the layout. So I want to create a good motorway system if I can. But yeah, as I say, that's what I've got so far. So all this lot here that I've got, the tanker, the reefer trailer, the car, 2 fans, and the Royal Company, the Royal Residence. All that cost me altogether £50. So I was really happy with that. £50 it's not a good, not a bad bargain really. Not a bad bargain really. So yeah. What I've started doing as well. I don't know if I did started after my last video. I have been wrapping up some of my American rolling stock, like Amtrak stock. So this is my actual bed. This is on my armchair, believe it or not. So if I was just swing you guys over, I'll tell you what I'll do. There we go. So that box there that I'm pointing, that's got literally a few Amtrak passenger cars, and as their own packaging, wrapped up in bubble wrap, like I've done with my British rolling stock. Their actual factory packaging boxes have been thrown out in the trash. Yet there is if I was just going at one, I'll show you guys. I have bought it brand new. I bought it brand new the month that me and my mum became ill. I was still literally ill. I was starting to get really, really ill. My mum was already bad. I started to get the effects, and since I bought the Loco with this at the same time, when I picked both of these up from my model shop, and I went back home, that was the last time I ever bought anything that year, which was 2022. And that's when my mum got really, really bad. I got better just after Christmas. My mum was still bad, and in a few years, in 2000, a few days in 2023. That's when my mum passed away, and then everything just went downhill from there. So, as I say, I mean, I just noticed there's something in here that does not look right. So I don't know what's in there, but there is something like a piece of plastic that's just doesn't seem right in there somewhere. So I need to try and take the body off and have a look. But so yeah, the original box, the factory box that came into this, that's been disposed of. That cost me about just over £70 brand new. So now that's probably worth about £50 with a bit of bubble wrap around it. So I'm trying to keep it protected. So it's like that inside a box. So yeah, it's lost its value, but nothing's broken off because I only put it on a layout, and half of my layout hasn't been extended yet. So, I've also had my neighbour's son-in-law. It did finally came round on Friday. Thank God for that. To have a look at my old bedroom, and he says, yeah, he'll be able to do it, but his son is doing some like painting as well. It's like something to do, it's a job, which fair play to him. If he was on his own, it can be a bit stressful. But if my neighbour's son-in-law wants to bring his son, he's more than welcome to, and I could just get on to painting. If there's anything that I can do to help him, I don't mind. I will supply tea, coffee, squash, juice, pop. I look after them. I don't mind paying out for something to eat for them, just to say thank you. But if they're happy with just a bit of money, that's fine. I'll give them a bit of money. But he's going to give me a call sometime, let me know what's going on, and I'm going to say to him, do you want to pick the, he knows what colour I want. I said, I want it plain white. I said, I want it white, so, because it brings a lot more light around the room. I said, I'm using like a daylight bulb, the brightest that you can get. I said, I just want it going back to what it was before, back in 2014. And he said, okay, he says, so I'll see what I can do for you. I'll give you a call next week, he says, and let you know what's going on. I said, just let me know when you'll be able to come around. I said, and I'll keep that day available and I'll be here. So as long as he tells me, I can have a chat with him about the paints. If he goes to get the paints, that's fine. I'll tell you what, if you want me to cover the cost for the paints, I'll do that. Just tell me how much. I'll do that. If he just wants to cover for the paints, or if he wants something to do the job, I don't mind. All he's got to do is just talk to him, mate. So, at least the ball is kind of rolling at the moment, so that's good news. I said, as soon as you've done all the painting here, I said I can start expanding my board to get my model trains going. I said, because I want to start coming up here and just get distracted with playing my trains. That's all I want to do. And then I can do some running session videos for you guys and show you what I've been doing and what is going on to lay out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get there eventually. So all I'm going to do now is just don't hold my breath and just wait and see what happens next. So that's all I've got time for. At least you guys have got an update. I am starting to get a bit better, but I'm not 100%. My doctor said by next Thursday it's put to the appointment just in case. If these are not working, I'm still going to go to that appointment and let him know the update, so he knows what to do and where we're going next. I'm going to speak to my current supplier. They are supposed to be sending me out a bill. I haven't received it yet. Probably receive it by the morning, a bit later. If I don't, I'm going to try and phone them up and ask them what the hell's going on because I want to pay a bill. I've got a couple of phone calls to make as well. I don't really want to make any phone calls, but I'm going to make phone calls. But as soon as I make the phone calls tomorrow, I know that's how the way I'm being dealt with. But I'm going to see what else I can move on then. I've got more bubble wrap that I purchased. So I've bought a few more rolls from Powerland. I'm going to wrap up some locos. I'm going to put them into what I'll call the 9-litre boxes, and I've bought a couple of 4-litre boxes, brand new ones. I'll just go wrap up the locos and put them in there now. The coaches, I put them all back into the coach box. There is enough room for some more, so I can get more than 45 coaches in a box. I could probably get about 50 to 51 at least. So that's going to be sorted out. I'm going to do the same thing with my American pasture rolling stock. Wrap up the American locos as well. Put them in boxes as well. They're going to be the same thing. It's a lot of work to do, and it's quite a bit of money that needs to be spent. But we'll see how we go. People, I haven't got that many people in the way of figures. I'm going to try and have a look at looking at smaller boxes to keep on warning. I want people that are like standing people, seated people. If there's seated people without legs, keep them separate as well. The Royal family. I'm trying to buy cars as well. I have got one. That is the Cortina from Only Fools and Horses. It's near enough the same colour. There is a Mr. Bean car that I could possibly try and get. I'll try and get that. I do want to try and get some like. There is somebody on YouTube as well who's done that sort of thing. That done like Mr. Bean car, Life on Mars, Only Fools and Horses. These are just like cars, vans, and that sort of thing from like TV episodes and programs, which is a good thing, really. It's quite nice, and I want to see if I can try and get that sort of thing if I can. I mean, if I can get a couple of car sets from the American TV programs that have cars, like Knight Rider, for example. Sons of Duke or Duke of something. Or, for example, like the A-Team or Scooby-Doo, for example. So, you know. But yeah, I want to try and get something like that so I can create a diorama that has like TV screen used vehicles. Like shows and TV programs kind of show. So also got buses as well, so I could do like a bus and coach, bit like a festival show kind of thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I want to try and do. There will be a few floating shelves in the house. I ain't gonna get so many. I'm not a shelf person really, but there will be one or two like floating shelves that have like dioramas. So it could be like at the beach. I could have a few cars at the beach, a few people bathing on the beach, that kind of thing. It's just something different, something to do one day. It's just like, you know what, I could do that for the whole month. I'll just get this, that, and the other, scenery stuff, cars, people, and just go, well, I'll give myself a month and just do that. So you never know. There might be one or two shelves in the train room. You just never know. So we'll see how we go from there then, guys. So yeah, if there's anything that you can think of that I'll be able to do as like a project, let me know. I've still got other projects that I want to do. I've got a class 50 that I'm trying to put together with the traction tyres on. That needs sorting out. That's a project still waiting. I've got bought a Loco. I don't know if I did tell you guys, but I'm not going to tell you. I don't know if I did tell you. But I'll do a video of it one day. There's a Loco with a bumper missing. I'm going to try and get that. I've got space for it. I'm just going to try and get it off from one body to that body shell of the Loco that I've got. But as I say, these are all projects that I've got. I will do my very best to do a video for you guys and show you. So I'm going to leave this video for now. I'm going to upload it and I'm going to sit down, have the radio on, and I'm going to sort out these vehicles because I do want these in a box. So I've got a box over here that's got Oxford diecast cars in it. That's just out of the way. They've got their own separate compartments. So but I don't want to go to Hobbycraft sometime and get like a pack of tissues that you use for like gift wrapping sort of thing. I want to get some tissues so the vehicles, they're in the separate compartments, isn't going to be bashed or rubbed against the plastic. If that makes sense. I don't want to use bubble wrap. I've got scraps of bubble wrap and really small pieces, but I don't want to use that, so I'm going to use tissue instead. So I'm doing the same thing as well with my 009 rolling stock as well. There's a separate box there. That's going to be done the same thing as well, using tissue, and go from there. So I'll leave it for now, guys. But I am getting a little bit better, but I'm just going to get myself motivated again now. But I'm going to take it easy, and then we'll see how it gets on. So I'll leave you guys to it, and I do hope that you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and I'm not going to go on a bit too much about it, but I have watched a couple of videos from two people, Lord Al from Dragon Junction Mark 2 and Harold Road. There's quite a lot of bad people going around, upsetting a lot of people, like modelling YouTubers like ourselves. I've been having quite a few foreign people that is adding me, but I can't seem to get rid of them. YouTube is taking away my rights. If I don't want people to follow my channel, I should have that right to have them removed completely, but I can only hide them from the channel. No, I want them removed completely. So YouTube isn't giving me that option. That's taking my rightful human rights away. But I haven't had any bad issues. But as I say, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but those are the latest things that I've been hearing and seeing on YouTube. But to the people who's been affected on YouTube, try modelers like John from Harold Road, Lord Al from Dragon Junction Mark 2, and any other people like that who's been affected by trolls and gatekeepers. It's just basically like people who are like prototypical people. Nah, that's not prototypical. Excuse me, that's your layout. I've mentioned this before. That's your layout, your own rules. So this is my layout. Like the way I'm packing these. These are my models, my choice, my money. If I want these to be valued in a way of being packed like that, I have the right to do that. It's like people take criticism to other people the way how they're modelling. It's their layout. It's their freelance ideas that they want to do. If they're not good at it, they're not good at it. it makes them happy the way how they want it done. If they've done a bad job and you think, nah, that's bad, but if they do it, well, I don't know if that's right or wrong, but at least I'm doing something on my layout. That's my layout. I'll give them full credit for it. Whether they've done things wrong, whether they're not very good at it, I'll give them full credit for having a go. It's called learning. If they're happy with it, they're happy with it. If people don't like it, leave them alone. Go off somewhere else and bother people who would take criticism just like, yeah, whatever. So what? If you're going to be taking criticism out of people, do one. Basically, just do one. If you don't like it, that's all people say. If you don't like it, go away. Do one. I'm not interested in you. I have seen people who do layouts, and I can see like, yeah, they haven't finished the layout, but they're still constructing the layout. There's people saying, I've ripped all that off because I've redone it again because I wasn't happy with it. I think, no, fair play to you. You put it on, you thought, right, does that work? No, I'm not happy with it. Or, no, it doesn't work at all, so I've redone it. There are some people who sit there with the layers with a bloody screen in front of them going, well, I mean, our far in real life, that's supposed to be 1 metre. So I've got a metre ruler here, so 1 metre in this scale that I'm modelling. No, if they want to do it half a metre, then in real life, they're entitled to do it. If they don't want to make it prototypical, they don't have to. It's like there's people, I know there's a couple of people, coaches. Oh, it's going to have different running numbers. And it's also going to have different coach letters. Well, I've got 5 coaches in a HFC set that's got the same running numbers and the same coach letters. That don't bother me. Because who's going to see a train going, yeah, oh yeah, what number was that? Or what coach letter was that? Oh my god, was that first class or second? No. I'm not prototypical, but again, my layout, my models, my rules. If you don't like it, do one. And I know there are other people who's been affected. I know there's people who isn't been affected, but understands, they'll back me up, I'll back up them. They'll back up people who has been affected, and the people who's been affected will back me up, I'll back them up. We're all backing each other up. We all understand each other. So I know people who has been affected or hasn't been affected, or heard people who has been affected. They agree with me. So to the trolls, prototypicalers, don't give out negative opinions. Keep it to yourself. Do one. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to end the video from here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And stay safe, guys. Keep on modelling, and ignore the bad people out there. You're doing great. Cheerio, guys, and see you.